Previously, in the equestrian wasteland...
No. Night Stalker theme. Come
Really?
on,
Really?
it'll be great.
Do I have to?
Yes, you have to. You set this character up. You gave her the opportunity. You have to do it.
Okay, give me a sec. Previously on The Adventures of the Night Stalker, the mysterious anti-hero known only as the Necromancer, or Xencarn, along with his sidekick Flotsam, otherwise known as Flotsam, left the town of Greenfield in search of its missing mayor, whose only known whereabouts were towards the hills to the south. Their journey across the wastes was dangerous, fraught with threats like paranoid chem dealers and rampaging sprite bots. But those perils paled in comparison to the Night Stalker. Born from the ashes of unity with a love for the caped crusaders of the old world, the Night Stalker dispenses justice across all of the southern wasteland, judging those whom no others can. Many have passed under the Night Stalker's judging eye, many have died, but only the Necromancer and Flotsam have ever been judged to be both powerful and moral enough to join the ranks of New World heroes. Now, the Night Stalker travels with these two new heroes under the secret identity of Facade. But who knows if she might have a more secret identity underneath this guise. Only time will tell on The Adventures of the Night Stalker. This week, the Mayor of Greenfield and the bunkers of the Ministry of Peace. As the Mayor and two guards flanking him point guns at you, they stare sort of slack-jawed at the post-Unity alicorn behind you, who has been saying all of this in character into her holotape recorder.
Of course she has.
And she just kind of grins and says, "Oh, don't mind me, just working on a little passion project." Yeah, continue pointing your guns and being threatening, yes.
I look at the mayor and be like, "So, your town's missing you."
That's none of your business? I'm sorry,
Technically,
what?
I'm getting paid, so it is my business.
Ugh, damn it. Let me guess, Bottle Breaker?
Yep.
I could pay you to mind your own business.
How much?
How much did she pay you?
300.
Actually, it was 400. Well, she offered 400 for any information.
Oh yeah, she totally did.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, 400 then.
The mayor, slow cooker, just kind of grimaces at that and says, she must be... Actually, where did shell up that much? Well, why the hell do any of you care?
I like knowing things. I'm nosy.
That kind of nosiness can get you killed out here.
And yet, I'm still here. That should tell you something.
His eyes dart between the alicorn behind you. She's not in her hero outfit, but she is. She does still have those broadswords strapped to her sides, and both him and the guards next to him look quite nervous.
Anyway, you were telling us what you're doing out here?
No, I wasn't.
Oh.
Okay, 400 caps. Crap. I will. Did she pay up front or on delivery?
On delivery?
I will, I'll pay you, 500 up front to just don't tell anyone about this place.
Okay.
Does Flotsam have a reaction to this?
She raises her eyebrows. Why are you hiding with all the town's guards?
That's what I'm paying you not to talk about. Or investigate.
Yeah, but Greenfield is in trouble without its guards. Wait, did you know there was going to be an attack? Is that why you ran away?
He grimaces at that, but does not seem to want to answer. He says, 500 caps, take it or leave it, or, I don't know, maybe we have to start shooting if you're going to make this an issue.
Let's make it an issue. You took all these guards with you and left Greenfield even more defenseless than it already was.
There's some kind of crackling sound. Sounds electrical, maybe.
Can we tell the source?
It seems to be you.
Like Flotsam?
No, I know, I'm talking about, like, in the call. Audio. There's
Right,
some
I'm
kind
sorry.
of...
I'll mute.
Yeah, that was weird. There's some kind of, like, crackling or hell. It sounded like kind of like galloping or something. And there was bird cawing earlier.
Well, that's outside my window, and there's not a heck of a lot I can do about it.
Yeah, there's construction going on outside my window, which kind of bites, but okay. So, I'll just have to be extra sensitive of background noise for this recording. Anyway, we were on making it an issue.
Hey, I just want to get paid. I'm happy not to make it an issue.
You kind of, Xencarn, you kind of feel, the, the Night Stalker's eyes watching you carefully.
I hold out a hoof for the caps.
The mayor grumbles and says, "Let me gather them up. This is
Thank you.
damn expensive for frickin' privacy." And he, opens the big metal door of the bunker into the next room and disappears behind it. And the guards, the two, pony guards, move closer together and keep their rifles trained on you.
Flotsam looks at both of them and says, "Are you guys okay with this?"
Not much else we can do, Philly.
Why? You're the ones with the weapons. You can go back if you want to.
There's not a whole lot of us with the weapons, though. Not enough
So...
Not enough for what?
to keep the town healthy and safe.
Well, they're gonna be getting help from Dodge Junction soon.
Yeah, if they feel like helping.
That's our next trip.
You know
To go
about
convince Dodge Junction to give them a hand.
That'd be a real feat.
So, did you know about the attacks beforehand?
No, we didn't know Greenfield was going to be attacked. Jeez.
Your mayor probably did.
No. he's honestly not that smart. And the other guy just kind of elbows him.
Then why did he happen to leave right before it got bad?
Was it right before? Yeah, the two of them look at each other. No, I think it was a few days before. I don't know if you could have known.
Sure, but it was still before you guys got attacked.
It was just he's making his routine trip to this place.
So he leaves. So he comes here often then? Well, often enough for it to be routine?
They they realize kind of what you're doing and clam up a bit.
I give a quick look at Flotsam and sort of nudge her, like, nod at her, nod at the guards. She's doing a better job at this than I am.
Do your thing.
Watson just blinks. Am I still staticky, by the way?
A little bit, but we'll deal with it. Oh, sounds like there's a ground loop too. Oh.
Hang on, I'm gonna adjust.
Yeah, that's the sound. It seemed like an electrical sound.
That doesn't make a difference.
Well, now you're louder, but it's more consistent.
I'm gonna go grab the mic. I'll be back in a second. You guys continue without me.
Alright, Xencarn, continue without her.
Ah, crap. Yeah, let's let the racist zebra do the talking. So give him a look and sort of shrug and be like, look, I don't really care, but someone back there does. So how often does he leave you guys, or leave the town as defenseless as it was the other day? It might help us convince Dodge Junction to give you a hand if they know how often your mare disappears.
That the one on the right seems to be having kind of a crisis of confidence, while the one on the left is just, no, stick to your orders, man. Just don't answer any dumb questions. And the one on the right blurts out, it used to be once a month, but now it's like once every 2 weeks.
I give a glance back at Night Stalker, for looking at the guards again, be like, every 2 weeks, huh? Even with the, what did they call Night Stalker back in the town?
Demon of the Dust Storms.
I knew it was something, Demon of the something. Even with the Demon of the Dust Storms running around?
Facade kind of gets a curious look on her face, and she says, I wonder if he took steps to avoid me.
Quite possibly. I'm assuming I can't, I'm coming into 500 caps pretty soon. What would it take for you guys to tell me what I need to know? And what exactly this place is?
The guard on the left glares at you, and the guard on the right says, oh crap, I've got stuff to buy. Can I take like 100?
Tell you what, I reach into my bag, I pull out 150, and I place it in the ground before him. What is this place?
The guard on the left just kind of looks shocked at the guard on the right, but in a quick motion, the guard on the right just clocks the guard on the left. Just reaches out the hoof and bops him against the wall. And he says, "Oh, look at that! You shouldn't have tried to fire a shot." Anyway, he takes the caps from you and says, "Look, this is where Greenfield's, I guess, this is where Greenfield's good supplies are.
In terms of food, weaponry, or something
food,
else?
weaponry, and medical supplies. Basically, this is a secret rationing that's going on."
Old Ministry of Peace Building, of course it's full of supplies. That makes sense.
Yeah, but not enough to take care of the entire town. Just the healthy ones.
So the mayor and anyone else they like. Fair enough.
Or the ones who are actually fit to protect the town. It made a certain kind of sense at first. The ponies who are protecting the town should, be the ones who get the extreme medical treatment. But yeah, the longer it goes on, the more kind of absurd it's gotten.
Because you're gonna start running low from that as well, and
the expectation is we'll just let the others die out, and then it's just us with all of our supplies. Yay! You can see this. This stallion just starts kind of running his mouth like he's kind of glad to have somebody to talk to about this.
I give a glance back at the door the mayor walked through, double check that he's not standing behind it listening.
No, he's doesn't seem like any place close enough by. There's some distance between. There's a longish hallway connecting this door to the next door of the bunker, and you don't see any pony there.
And no one else knows about it? Just your little group?
Well, it's not a small group, but yeah, he's been trying to keep this under wraps, obviously, which is why he's gonna pay you 500 caps to not talk about it.
Well, it'd be a shame if I talked about it. I agree. Especially if he's paying me 500 caps. Hey, Night Stalker, you recorded all of that, right?
Oh, I was supposed to do that?
Just say yes.
Yes, absolutely, I recorded all of that. She quickly levitates out the holotape recorder and hovers it in front of the guard's mouth and says, "Could you say all of that really quickly?"
I face her.
And he opens his mouth to speak, but then the hallway door opens up, and the mayor slow cooker comes out with a bag of 500 caps and says, "Ugh, here, what happened to the other guard?"
He tried to shoot. This one incapacitated him. Thank you for the caps, though, and I'll reach over to take the bag.
He kind of pulls back for a second, sensing that there's some kind of funny business going on. So you don't talk about this ever.
I promise you, not a word of this will leave my mouth to anyone.
And that goes for the rest of your group, too. Don't you try and pull some kind of shenanigans.
What am I gonna pull? What do I gain from telling anyone? I don't care. I'm just here to get paid.
Good. And he shoves the bag of caps into your hooves.
Thank you. And I'll give him a nod and start leaving.
He looks over to the floating recorder and says, "What's that doing there?" And Facade kind of sweats and presses play, and her previous recording starts playing. She says, "Oh, just, getting some feedback on my," she says over the sound of her own shouting, "Get feedback on my radio play. Just, we're going now." And she stops the recording and climbs back up the stepladder. The mayor just shakes his head and says, "So, we're done. Off you go."
Okay. And yeah, I'll turn and leave.
With 500 minus 150 caps in tow.
Yay! Which puts me to a decent amount of caps still, actually.
Yeah.
Considering all the money I made from selling drugs the other week.
Someone in chat, new headcanon, Xencarn is a sinister crow that follows him in cause whenever he does something immoral.
So, just all the time.
All the time, yeah.
Alright, so back to Greenfield then?
You're now up above the secret entrance to the hidden bunker.
Okay, back to Greenfield. I write it all down.
Sorry,
to what's it?
Flotsam was gonna...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, Flotsam was just saying, so, we're still gonna tell Bottlebreaker, right?
I promised him they wouldn't hear a word out of my mouth, so I'm just gonna write it down.
Yep.
Facade kind of gives you a look and says, why not just lie and break your promise? That seems so much simpler.
Because that's not okay.
But you're an anti-hero. To do the greater good, to go back on your promises seems perfectly in character.
Yeah, but I could just do it this way, and this way I get to keep my promise.
But why bind yourself
and get paid twice?
Why bind yourself to these technicalities is all I'm saying. It's not like he's going to... Anyway. Besides, he paid you to make... the spirit of what he paid you for was to make sure this information did not spread. Whether you keep to the letter of your promise does not much matter to him.
Well, it matters to me, and that's what's important. If you're gonna go breaking your promises all the time, no one's gonna trust you to do anything anymore, are they?
Oh, she just nudges Nightstalker and says, he's like Gemstar from issue 556 of Power Ponies.
I didn't much like Gemstar.
No, me neither.
Well, I suppose we must, travel back. Ugh. Maybe I could, conjure up a storm to conceal us, if that would make things simpler.
Would that slow us down?
Oh, not especially. If anything, it might clear the way more.
I give a look down at Flotsam. What do you think? Storm? No storm? You're the Pegasus.
Either way is fine by me. I mean, as long as we can stay in the eye of the storm.
Of course,
and as long as we don't, as long as we kind of don't, hurt anyone with it.
Oh, it'll be fine. Her horn lights up and the wind starts to pick up in a great big circle around you, kicking up the dust until there's a wall concealing you from the rest of the desert. So, which direction were we heading again?
That away.
You mean you use the power there?
You mean that thing I don't get until level 2?
Oh, right. No, okay then.
No, I just assume we know the direction.
You basically just head back north, alright. So, in the eye of this storm, you start hiking along. You can't really see much except for what's, several yards in front of you, but you essentially don't really run into much of anything.
Anything we do run into is probably shredded to bits by, wind.
Yeah. Although at one point, Facade her eyes kind of glow a bit, and she looks off into the distance and says, "Ooh, there is a pony ripe for judgment. Can we take a small detour?"
You've helped us today. Seems only fair you get to have some fun.
I would not wish to, overly distract you from your task.
Oh, we're not really on a time limit. It should be fine.
Oh, very well. Let us engage in some superheroics. And she brings out her mask and her cape, puts them on.
Remember, drop the windstorm before you start recording.
But the storm makes it so very dramatic, though.
Or, just see if you can make it smaller, less noisy.
I will try.
No point in documenting your exploits if no one can hear them.
Okay. And she starts trotting off, dragging the storm with her off to the side.
To judgment.
She looks at you as you travel along and says, "So, would you like to participate, or would you rather just watch?"
I'm happy with either. Whatever you want us to do.
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure what role you would take. I'm already the judge and the executioner. I'm not sure if there's room in this act for more characters, unless we are all performing the same role together.
He can always just make sure he doesn't run.
The storm and my awesome presence does that already.
Yeah, but if it's a pony, and I'm making the assumption it is, it's probably also stupid, so there's a good chance it's going to do something dumb.
You may have a point. Not that I... She shakes her head and does not try to follow that up. That did not work out well for her last time. Does Flotsam have anything to say on this?
She's just silently observing.
Okay. So, eventually, Facade asks you, or rather, the Night Stalker asks you gestures for you to, be quiet and tread carefully as she pulls ahead, dragging the storm forward with her until it engulfs this, small group of ponies.
Oh, bastards.
And she starts shouting out, "Beware, ponies! You are about to be judged by the Night Stalker. Stand your ground and be prepared to be judged for whatever crimes you may have committed." Oh dear. The necromancer, Flotsam.
God damn it. The love of Caesar.
And you start hearing gunshots.
Into the storm, I guess?
Yeah. You head, inwards, and the storm starts to die down as she was preparing to start recording, and you can see what looks like, 3 rather heavily armed and armored, raiders. Similar in, attire to the ones that had attacked Greenfield before, the skull faces.
I give Night Stalker a look, and I'm like, see? Told you, ponies are stupid.
I did not expect them to be this evil so quickly.
Well, it makes things more dramatic.
They're the same kind who attacked Greenfield. Maybe if we could catch one of them, we could make them talk.
Catch one? I was just going to... I was thinking of just killing them all as soon as... And she ducks under a spray of bullets. No time to talk.
Necromancer, remember? It doesn't really matter if they're alive or dead.
Oh, excellent. She magically draws out her swords.
Oh, okay, that works too. Flotsam draws a grenade.
I'll pull my scythe out.
Do you actually mind doing combat, or should we roleplay it out?
I'm happy to do combat.
Either way.
I'm always happy to do combat, Spud, you know that.
Alright, I guess we're doing this. Roll for initiative.
8.
I need to get myself a separate rolls so that I can actually have the DM screen. Alright.
When do you ever use a DM screen, Spud?
Right now.
Oh, I just realized I'm on level 1.
Yep.
Which means I can't do all my ridiculously stupid crap.
Yep.
Aww.
I guess because you tied, roll off to see who goes first between you.
Yeah. Probably Flotsam.
Oh, dang. Oh, guess who rolled
Definitely.
Guess who rolled a natural 20?
It was not me. Oh, man. It's been so long so long. I'm like, I need to pick 5 talents. Oh, no, wait, I've got spellbook. It's all good.
Yeah, it's been pretty much forever since we've done this, but hopefully it won't take too long. So, the Night Stalker, clad in her superhero outfit, brandishing her dual swords, got her natural 20 on initiative, and she gets basically 2 starting turns. She gets the element of surprise on initiative, and she spends her first turn shouting, "Beware, evildoers! The Night Stalker, the necromancer, and Flotsam are here to take you down!" And she spends her entire first turn doing that.
Yay.
At which point she then lashes out at Raider 1 of out of 2 and 3 with her dual broadswords, dealing a pretty darn significant amount of damage, managing to find a weak spot and just gouging into them. But the Raider opens fire on her with this machine gun he's carrying, and she takes quite a few bullets actually. She cries out. And then Raider 2 goes after Flotsam, cackling and swinging around this machete. Dealing 7 damage and leaving this kind of really serious wound with for 9 ongoing.
Okay, so 7 with 9 ongoing?
Yeah.
Sorry, my Google Docs being ridiculous.
No worries.
Okay. Yep, okay, I'm down to 21.
Alright, and then it's Flotsam's turn.
I'm gonna use, my item bottle cap mines. So I guess Flotsam's gonna I guess since she doesn't have mines, I'll have to flavor it as being one of her grenades. I'm assuming that my grenades get used up in combat as well.
Yeah, any grenades you use here, yeah.
So yeah, it's fire mines, so I'll basically rig a grenade, to use yourself or an ally the next time a creature makes a single target attack against chosen creature. The attacking creature takes 1d12 damage. I'll go ahead and put that on, Night Stalker.
So she has a mine in front of her.
Yes, but it'll only detonate, if, it'll detonate against an enemy if they make a single target attack against her.
Alright. And
that's me.
Roll to shake off the ongoing damage.
Yep. 13.
Yeah, you no longer have ongoing damage, but you did take 9 from it at the start of your turn.
Okay.
So you are probably bloodied.
Probably, yeah.
Xencarn, you're up.
Neat. Alright, I will use Mystic Sheath so I can Necroscythe for free.
You got it.
Oh, cool. Already got that open. Sweet. Okay, so which of the enemies looks the most damaged?
The one that the Night Stalker tore into looks very, very not good.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the one next to him.
The one with the machete.
Yes, the one that attacked Flotsam, because that one's attack.
Yeah.
And I will use. Oh, I can't do that in both on the same turn. I will use Grievous Wound. Target creature suffers 1d8 ongoing damage. Save ends. And I'm gonna roll a 1. 6. So he's now taking 6 ongoing.
He's now got 6 ongoing damage. Good.
And that's it for me.
Alright, the third raider, his sharpened horn lights up and he shoots this burst of magic out at you.
Sad face.
For just 5 damage.
That's not so bad.
Alright. Then it's the Night Stalker's turn. And she grimaces at having all those bullets fired at her. And her horn lights up and she seems to use a little bit of healing on herself. But her horn fizzles out due to a lack of concentration and she does not heal very much. So now it's Raider 1's turn. He spent his entire clip on the Alicorn, so he spends his turn reloading. The second Raider with the machete takes ongoing damage from you. And then decides to go after the Night Stalker with his machete. But trips Flotsam's mine in the process.
So I roll 1d12 to see what damage that does?
Yeah.
7.
7 damage. Ooh, yeah. He's not doing so hot. But he does manage a solid hit still on the Night Stalker. She's still not looking too bad yet, but she's taken quite a few hits at this point. So now
Am I allowed to do a reaction attack?
What would give you that?
I don't remember how reaction attacks work in this system.
It depends on a trigger.
Oh, the trigger is an enemy damages one of your allies with an attack.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you got enough energy for it, yeah.
I guess I'm going to be using another grenade and deal another d12 damage.
Nice.
And I do have enough pips.
Good.
10.
10 damage to that guy?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. He gets blown to bits.
There we go.
Perfect, and now it is your turn.
Cool, let me just update what pips I have. Right. So yeah, Flotsam is indeed bloody. I'm going to go ahead and throw another grenade at... Oh dear. Is it Raider 2? No, it was Raider 3 that just... No, it was Raider 1 that just went down, wasn't it?
Raider 2 went down.
Okay,
Raider 1 was the machine gun, Raider 2 was the machete, Raider 3 is magic.
Cool. I'm gonna go and throw a grenade at Raider 1.
Alright.
Which is in the face, roll a 1d6 damage. Yeah, 2. That grenade kind of misfired.
He manages to kind of, once he sees the grenade coming, he kind of dives out of the way and only mainly takes damage from the shockwave and not much of the shrapnel. Xencarn, your turn.
Sweet. Alright, in that case, Raider 3, I'll do the same thing, 1d8 ongoing.
Nice.
2. I don't like not being OP anymore.
Alright. So you deal a minimal amount of ongoing damage. Man, I love it when there's not like 7 party members to have to balance against. This is great.
Yeah, it makes life easier. Not gonna lie.
So the Raider takes 2 ongoing damage.
Yep.
So it's his turn. He takes the 2, and his horn lights up again, and he fires another blast at Flotsam. For yikes!
Okay,
Yikes! That's 10 damage.
Well, I'm down to 2 HP.
Should have.
I may be out for the rest of this attack.
I think you should have 4. No? Yeah, you should have 4 HP left, I think.
Oh no, yeah, you're right, I miscalculated one of the things. Yeah, 4 HP.
And it's the Night Stalker's turn, and she looks absolutely livid. Something about Flotsam looking next to unconscious just triggers something in her, and she just lets out this "Ah!" and she just charges at the 2 raiders, just spitting in this flurry of blades, this crazy spitting, whirling attack, dealing pretty significant damage to both of them. One of them looks next to dead, and the Raider 3 is also looking pretty bloodied as well. However, he does recover from the ongoing. Raider 1 has reloaded, and so he fires again at the person who just dealt a whole bunch of damage to him, the Night Stalker, dealing 9 damage, and Facade finally looks kind of wounded, actually. Not,
oh god.
like, just over the threshold of bloodied. But now it is Flotsam's turn.
Already?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. I'm going to go ahead and use Nail Bomb. So, another grenade. And I'm going to deal 6 damage to whichever one of them looks closest to being dead.
That'd be Raider 1.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very close
So
to
yeah,
dead.
that is just 6 damage, straight up.
And he drops. The nail bomb gets him good, and he just lets out a gurgle of pain and blood, and goes down in a heap. Xencarn.
Cool. I'm gonna use Grievous Wound on, I think 3's the only one still alive, right?
Yep, yeah.
Cool. Roll a d8 if target creature is suffering from... Actually, is he still suffering from ongoing damage?
He recovered.
Okay. Well, never mind that then. In that case, 1d8 ongoing damage. Because, just may as well keep repeating the same trick. 7.
Nice. 7 ongoing.
And that's my turn.
Alright, he takes damage immediately, and seeing that the super mutant is still going, and they've only just barely managed to come close to taking down one of the fillies, Raider 3 starts running. But Night Stalker charges after him, shouting, "No! You still have yet to be judged!" And swings at him with, brings up one of her swords and actually tosses it point first at the fleeing raider for not a whole lot of damage, but it's enough to completely just pierce through him and get him to drop dead. And that's combat.
Woo!
That was pretty fast. I love it.
Flotsam just kind of plonks herself down and saying, I'm gonna lay down for a bit. She's bleeding pretty profusely.
Ah, crap. I actually don't know if I've got any healing. Oh, no, I do.
Facade comes back as well. She doesn't look too bad. She looks pretty concerned as well. If we could find some radiation, that'd be great. I know a spot, but it is out of our way.
1 sec, Night Stalker. I'll pull a healing potion out of my saddlebags and go over to Flotsam.
It's okay, I got a bandage. She just kind of pulls at her saddlebags to get the bandage out.
Yeah, you can have a healing potion.
Yeah, roll.
You're not looking too good.
Roll heal with the +8.
Oh, yeah, heal. Flotsam, give me a +20.
I'll do that.
Roll d20 +10 +8. 35.
The healing potion is actually pretty darn effective. Flotsam, you feel your wound, all the bits of metal that got in you, that all the burns and wounds and whatnot, you feel them clearing up.
Hey, how much HP do I regain?
All of it. That combined, that combined with the rest you can take afterwards, you're basically back to full.
Oh, pokey.
Whereas Night Stalker puts away her outfit and her swords, sheathes her swords, and says, yes, she looks down at the numerous bullet holes in her body that are kind of glowing, actually. And she says, yes, a nice bath in some radioactive waste will be the ticket for me.
Alright,
Okay.
let's get going. Can't let my hero companions die.
After we do that, can we question one of the raiders about the attack?
Well, it would take longer to go there and then come back. We can speak with them now.
Will you be okay if we do that, though?
Yeah, I will be fine. Just the Night Stalker can endure long enough to gain our necessary intel.
Can you levitate the corpse? Because I can just question them as we walk.
Oh, certainly, yes. That sounds most entertaining.
Oh, multitasking. Okay.
In its case, I will spend... It's gonna take me... Actually, no, I don't technically have to... I just have to be touching it. Sweet. Cool. Alright, yeah, in which case, she just levitates the thing, I'll walk beside it, for 10 minutes until it's awake and we can start talking to it.
So you just walk along, you do your ritual as you walk along, or do the ritual first before you get going?
I can do it as we walk.
You think so?
It just says touch a creature's corpse or skeleton, called soul back into its body. But, I mean, I can do it before we get, actually, no, you're right. My stupid law says I have to do it while I'm standing here. So, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I'll do it here, and then we'll just go.
Alright, you spend a few minutes preparing your ritual, which Facade watches with rapt fascination, saying, I truly have never seen magic or power of this sort, not in quite a while. Or maybe I did, I'm not sure. I don't think there were many necromancers in the old world heroes.
There aren't many here either, but, keeps me alive.
What do you mean keeps you alive? Are you using it on yourself, or was that figurative?
Oh, no, I meant, I mostly use it to, stop other people killing me.
Right. Is that not the end goal of those who raise the dead, though, to eventually become immortal themselves?
Well, yes, but I have to survive long enough to get to that point.
Right. Finally, you do your ritual, and you can bring back the souls of one of the dead raiders.
I don't know, the most important looking one.
That'd probably be the one with the gun. He had the most armor on him. Facade levitates his corpse into the air as his soul returns, his dead eyes blinking and then looking around. What the hell?
Hi, corpse. Welcome back to the land of the living.
What the? God damn it, let me go. What the hell is going on?
You're dead. Well, you're undead. Well, your soul's back in your body. Stop asking questions.
You're a freak.
I give him a bow.
Night Stalker laughs and says, yes, come along. Let's get that sweet glow. And, she starts trotting along.
Hey, Flotsam, would you have stripped the bodies of stuff while we were ritualing, or do you want to do that? Do you want us to do that now?
We can say that Flotsam was doing that while you were ritualing.
Ooh, yeah. You get, 3 sets of raider armor, an assault rifle, a machete, and...
Assault rifle, machete. Yep.
And, let me just, 21 caps, all told.
Cool. Okay.
And he tries to crane his neck to kind of look around with his dead, possessed body as he levitates off the ground and just stares at you with wide eyes. What the hell are you?
Well, I am a zebra, that's an alicorn, and the filly's a pegasus. I thought raiders were at least somewhat educated.
So, what happens now? Am I stuck here forever? I can't go on?
You're stuck there until you answer my questions, or until I I get bored and let you go.
I don't have much of a choice, do I?
Have some questions.
Not particularly. And I'm pretty sure the two Mez here would love to get your opinion on some topics.
Mostly, I just want to know why you guys were attacking Greenfield.
Because the boss told us to.
Who's the boss?
He's just called the boss.
Oh. Alright, well then where is he?
Just a second, let me look up my notes. The skull faces are based in the eastern Everfree these days. At the edge of that forest, near the old castle ruins.
And did you guys know that there weren't going to be many guards there?
Greenfield's never been a hard target. It's just never been taken down before. No one thought to bother. But our gang needed a good raid, good practice, good target. Figured Greenfield would be entertaining enough.
So you did it because you were bored.
Because we wanted everyone around here to fear the skull faces.
Why? You having trouble being taken seriously?
Taken plenty serious enough. But a raider gang that doesn't raid, well, that doesn't send the right message, does it?
I don't know, I'd be okay with raiders who don't raid.
So, are you guys just raiders, or do you dabble in anything else on the side? Slavery, drugs, anything else?
Plenty of drugs to go around.
Well, I meant as in selling rather than consuming.
Sometimes the boss lets ponies work as mercenaries, but not too often. We're our own gang.
I look over at Night Stalker and I'm like, all the raiders in this area, this, lazy and or stupid?
Raiders seem to be that way by default. They do not put the work in themselves. They merely live off what they can steal from others. That is the nature of a raider, is it not?
That is true.
No one asked you freak. Night Stalker rolls her eyes and says, not terribly creative either. They do not make good villains, only hench ponies at best. I hope that if we encounter this boss of theirs, he is more eloquent.
Hopefully. Hey, here's a question. What would happen if we, killed your boss? Would the rest of you just sort of disperse, or just, kill each other?
Good luck with that. But I don't know. Probably someone would just take his place.
We really don't have time to kill, all of you.
That's kind of the
I'm
point.
gonna need more grenades.
There's plenty of us. And if it's not the Skull Faces, it'll be some other gang.
That's true, I guess.
His bravado kind of loses steam, and he tries not to look down at his dead body, but can't resist, and is suitably horrified. He says, "Is that enough? You killed me and brought me back, and humiliated me from beyond the grave."
Well, it's not like anyone else knows what I did. I could tell them if you want. Any messages you need sent? Kind of thing?
Never thought about that before. Can't say there's any pony I really care about.
That's kind of sad. And that's coming from me.
Yeah. He did it. You managed to get him a little depressed about all this.
Mwah. You two got any questions you want to ask him?
Facade just says, I'm just entertained. Flotsam, you got anything?
Flotsam can't think of anything else.
No, it seems we are out of questions.
Alright. Well, I just, It's like, how much, I look at Night Stalker, how much longer do we have till we get to our, destination?
We are getting there soon.
So, what was your, purpose in the raider group? Were you, a higher up, or just a grunt?
Just a grunt. He seems really morose now.
Did you guys have, a hierarchy, or was it just, the boss, and then everybody else?
Sometimes we get sorted into squads. We get assigned different areas. I got the Dust Bowl, but
Wow.
there's just kind of the big boss, and then the rest of us.
Yeah, your gang doesn't seem terribly well organized. Gonna be honest.
Well, it works for us, or at least it works.
Yeah, I can see how well it's working out for you.
Well, we don't usually die.
You kind of died a lot in Greenfield.
Well, that was you guys again, wasn't it?
It was mostly
just
the
works.
filly, to be honest.
You got taken down by a zebra and a filly. He just blinks.
Well, you're still the first ponies in a while to make an easy target a hard target.
Clearly you guys have grown complacent.
If I had one message I wanted to send, it'd be that. To get the vengeance on you guys.
Oh, I don't feel inclined to pass that message along.
Well, I mean, if you can give us exact locations, I'm quite happy to deliver it for you.
Oh, sure, just waltz up to the Everfree, and yeah, that'll work out fine for you.
Well, we'll say we've got a message from you. What's your name?
Damn it.
Wasn't me this time.
He gives you some horrible raider name that makes you think that he was probably not gonna turn out well in life even without being a raider. Like Rotten Core or something.
Okay, that's it, yeah, Rotten Core. Wow, that poor bastard.
Why the hell do you want to know my name anyway?
Morbid curiosity?
Some sick
In case I need to, fake that I know someone in your group, whichever.
who's dead?
Well, they don't know you're dead.
They're gonna know I'm dead before you get there.
Yeah, probably.
We have frickin' scouts, you know.
Right, you're not completely incompetent. Fair point.
Oh, that's good. That's interesting information.
How often do your scouting parties go out?
Whenever we feel like we need more intel.
Fair enough.
Are you done? And, Facade unceremoniously drops the body onto the desert ground and says, I'm feeling the burn of radiation at this point. You may want to stay here and wait.
Yeah, you can do that.
And she walks onward alone towards what seems like this, kind of, pit in the ground where there seem to be just a bunch of barrels hanging out by themselves, kind of leaking slightly and suffusing the chemicals into the ground. And the dead body just kind of rests on the desert ground, just glaring up at you.
So, out of curiosity, how much do you know about, Dodge Junction?
Too big a town to take on without getting the whole gang in on it. So we watch for just travelers going in and out. It's popular enough. They don't have enough guards to completely secure anything other than the rail line.
I don't know. Just people, some of the ponies I've met so far have said that Dodge Junction isn't super willing to help its neighbors. Wanted to know if you knew anything about that.
Hell if I know. I don't hang out in Dodge Junction.
That's true, I guess.
Hell, they don't exactly like raiders.
Well, no one likes raiders, to be fair.
Well, you know what? Maybe we don't care.
Well, I gathered you don't care.
We don't. Obviously we don't care if no one likes us and stuff.
I'm pretty sure you guys don't even like you guys.
His lower lip starts to quiver.
Are you okay? Are you gonna cry?
I'm fine.
You're gonna cry, aren't you? Because you realize that nobody likes you.
I'm okay.
No.
I'm not sad. I am the least sad pony in Equestria.
I doubt that a lot.
Being a raider is great.
Flotsam looks slightly concerned and looks over at Xencarn. Hey, what happens to them after they die?
That is a good question. I mean, I have my theories, and I've cobbled together theories from other people's theories, but I don't have anything concrete. There's a good chance that his soul's just gonna get, basically washed out and put in something else's body, and he's not gonna remember a moment of this.
Oh, well, that might be okay. Hey, if your soul gets to, be someone else after this, maybe you'll have a better time.
Yeah, right. And then
Or he'll be a sheep. Or like a rad scorpion or something.
Well, either way, better than hanging out like this.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, being undead's not so bad. It's the whole not being able to move part that's gonna suck.
Yeah. And, he just kind of doesn't really say much after that, just kind of glaring at the ground.
I'm just gonna let time tick out for him. I could let him go early, but...
How long does it last?
Good question. 20 minutes.
Oh, 20?
You've got a few minutes left.
You could just let him go, Xencarn. He's not exactly enjoying himself here.
Yeah, I know. But he is a raider, and he probably killed a lot of people. So,
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie that I'm enjoying this a little bit.
Yeah, I did.
See, he admits he's an asshole.
I don't regret my life choices.
Oh, I'm not saying that you should. Everyone should, get to pick their life choices, but you can't really complain if someone else punishes you for them. It's how the world works, right? Might makes right.
Flotsam just kind of goes and sits down next.
His lower lip starts quivering again.
Flotsam just goes and sits down next to him and kind of points out across the dust bowl. It's kind of pretty, don't you think?
Don't talk to me about that.
I just mean, you can take a look at something pretty before you go. Spend your last minutes doing something nice.
Stop being nice.
Oh, well, okay. He just sits there in silence.
And he just spends his last minutes just very, very, with much effort, putting on his straightest, sternest face he can pull off. This sucks. Why'd you bring me back for this?
Because we needed your help to make sure nobody else gets hurt.
Fine. Hope I helped.
You did. Thank you.
Good. And then there was more silence. Then, at long last, mercifully, the timer on your ritual, ticks out. And, his head just rolls over, completely lifeless again. And at that point you hear Facade trotting back, looking good as new and saying, that feels much better. Oh, goodness, did I miss it? Did I miss the... Aw.
He was mostly just sad. It wasn't as fun as you'd think.
Well, that does sound pretty...
Depressing?
Boring.
Mm.
I mean, unless he had some sort of redemption arc going on, but...
Well, I mean, I can always just cut off his head and keep bringing him back until he has a redemption arc, but that seems kind of mean.
Yeah, I think he probably just wants to stay dead.
Well, anyway, shall we return to that town of Greenfield?
Yeah, I probably should.
Flotsam gets up.
All right. I think we shall dispense with the dust storm. It did not seem to make much of a difference. We are close enough now. We won't run into anything too bad.
Yeah, should be fine.
Oh, goodness. I'm quite tired. Oh,
Well, it has been a long day. Sort of.
that
I
was
don't know, what time is it?
that was out of character.
Oh, whoops.
That was me. That was Newbiespud being tired and yawning.
Should have kept it going. We could have convinced them it was entirely in character.
Ah, whatever. Oh, McCavey. Might as well do the thing, in case something interesting happens. Well, that's depressing.
What?
Oh,
Is it
the
Sprite again?
No, it's thankfully no. You come across what looks like a sort of couple of improvised graves. Just
Aw, and I used my speak to the dead talent already.
just a couple of holes that have been recently dug over, and little wooden sticks kind of stuck at the ends of them to mark them. But other than that, nothing too.
Do they look recently dug?
Not that recently. There's been time for other stuff to settle on top of them.
Flotsam kind of goes over, stands there silently for a minute, looks kind of contemplative.
Facade kind of comes over and says, "I hope these were good ponies.
Oh,
Well,
I don't think it
some
matters
of
to them
us.
now.
Someone made sure they got this, so they probably were.
Someone missed them.
Yes. Well, I'm done with this depressing stuff. Shall we go on?"
Flotsam shrugs and follows after her, still looking a bit pensive.
I'll give a small nod to both of the graves before following on.
See, this is why I much prefer the life of a superhero. There's less of the usual experience of the wasteland of just being miserable all the time.
It's not always miserable.
It is.
It's really what you make it, I guess.
I get this sense that for most ponies, it is just mostly awful, though. Not that it's been too long since I've been able to appreciate it by myself, but even before when it was us and all and unity, she kind of gazes off into space for a moment, and then shakes her head and gets back on track. We all agreed it sucked.
That's fair. I have to admit, I didn't really deal with many alicorns before the whole Unity thing stopped being a thing.
You're pretty much the first alicorn I've met.
Oh, not many down here, as I understand it. There wasn't much for Unity to be all that interested in. No, the goddess was more interested in things in central and northern Equestria. But enough of all that, I think. She mutters to herself for a second, and then says, "So, what shall we do when we get to Greenfield? Do you think they will react negatively to, well, me?"
To you, 50% chance they'll be fine with it. To the news that their mayor has been ditching them to go find supplies, to go hoard supplies, I should say, they'll react worse to that news than they will to you.
You are probably correct. And, not much else, happens between then and Greenfield, although at one point you do pass by the robot that had been destroyed that you looted earlier, and Facade kind of grins at that and says, "Oh yes, the robotic villain that I judged earlier. That was quite entertaining."
It was loitering, right?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Did it, say anything?
It's said something about Protectron protocol or something. It was likely some villainous code of some kind.
See.
So you see why I dispatched it.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Did you get any of the tech from it?
Oh, I took some of the fusion parts for myself. Figured those would come in handy if I found something else.
Good. Waste not, want not.
Indeed. Although I'm not much one for trading and all that. Most of the wandering merchants I judge tend not to want to trade with me afterwards.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
So, after this, what do you think our next adventure should be? As the Night Stalker and Friends? I'm thinking the Night Stalker and Friends would be a good title.
See that working? Well, after we deliver this message to Greenfield, we have to go to Dodge Junction, try and find Greenfield's missing scout, and then we're heading to the Dragon Maw.
Dragon's Maw. Yes, I contemplated going down there at one point, but magic down there seems really sinister. It just didn't seem worth the effort.
Could be fun to have you along.
I may consider it, but
it's kind of dangerous.
If it were just me, I would probably not. A superhero has no need to go treasure hunting, and although there is quite a bit of threat there, I'll think about it. I'm sure there are wrongs to right and all of that. It just the aura of that area gives me it does not sit well on me.
It's okay. I'm sure there's other stuff you need to do here.
Yes, there are more sensible places in the wasteland that could use my special brand of superheroism.
I'm not sure anywhere in the wasteland counts as sensible anymore, but I get your point.
So I guess our arrangement will be temporary if you're not... That is, if you won't consider maybe joining me on a more permanent basis for the sake of the adventures of the Night Stalker.
Out of character, Spud, how quickly can you retcon Xencarn completely out of Dragon Ball?
Give me 2 months. And maybe pay me to do that, because...
I'm already paying you.
That's true.
Sometimes, when it goes through.
When it goes through, yeah. But yes, that's what she said.
Oh, we'll see what happens. Maybe if we finish what we've got doing in the mall, we might come find you.
That sounds quite interesting. If you...
I'll need to get home afterwards.
Where do you hail from? The two of you.
It's called Hate It.
Hate It, you say?
Not many folks have heard of it. It's kind of north of here, and there aren't that many folks there.
Interesting. What humble origins for you to hail from, Flotsam? And what about you, the necromancer?
Oh, I've been wandering so long I don't really have anywhere to call home. So I'll probably just keep wandering.
Very fitting with your anti-hero attitude.
Yeah.
Lone wanderer, searching for justice across the wastes. Yes, I can see it now. I can see the comic cover just leaping out at me.
Yeah. We should definitely team up after the whole more thing's done.
If we're both mutually alive, yeah.
Well, I intend to be.
Flotsam has pulled Xencarn's hood up over his head and is making his cloak billow in the breeze.
Just woof, woof, woof.
Basically, yes.
Yes, exactly like that. Just take a picture, put it on a comic cover, and we have a series.
I'd read it.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Ah, well. Alright. Eventually you finally reach the southern wall of the town of Greenfield. Thankfully still standing, doesn't look like it's under any crisis like before. And but the guards look rather alert as you approach with facade in tow.
Flotsam, wave and look adorable. Hopefully they won't notice the alicorn.
Flotsam just kind of opens her mouth as if to say, "Are you fucking serious?" And then just kind of does what she's told.
So you do your best to wave and look adorable?
I smile and wave. Looking adorable isn't really something Flotsam tries to do.
Roll persuasion to see how successful you are.
Okay. Let me go check what my persuasion is.
Super high.
Haha, nat one.
So, you somehow managed to look, kind of menacing.
Yeah. Flotsam's grin is too toothy.
Yeah, you kind of have that same grin as the equalists from our town. Just very wide-eyed and kind of unnatural.
Yep.
And the guards, including the guard who's armed with not much more than a sharpened stick, kind of readies themselves before Bottlebreaker comes up to the gates and says, "Whoa! What are you people doing? These are the ponies and zebra who saved us yesterday, you dolts. Come on, let them in."
Hello.
And then she notices your companion and says, and they brought a friend?
We do that.
Well,
She's been helping. Mostly.
Facade waves and says, "Yes, I am but your ordinary neighborhood, mild-mannered Facade, the friendly Alicorn, yes." And Bottlebreaker just kind of raises an eyebrow before rolling her eyes and says, yes, come on in. So, and she waits until you are kind of out of earshot of the guards before she says this, but she looks at you as Xencarn says, "So, I take it you came back alive?"
Yep. Do you have like a piece of paper and a pen?
"Sure, back at the inn."
Great. In that case, I have all the information you want. All of it. And probably some more.
Do you need to write it down, though?
Yep.
Technically, Xencarn, I didn't promise not to say anything.
She does have a
You
point,
really want
says
to write.
Facade.
You really want to write down to be clever, don't you?
Maybe. No. I'm an adult. Shut up.
She rolls her eyes. Just let him write it down. At least then you'll be able to look back on it afterwards if you forget anything.
Sure, I guess he can write it down and you can tell me all about it. She leads you into the inn of the town. She hops up onto the bar, brings out a pencil and some paper for Xencarn, and then pours herself a drink as she braces herself. "So, what's the bad news?"
Your mayor's taken some of your guards and is holding up in a bunker out there.
She takes a shot and pours herself another drink. "Okay."
Flotsam looks interestedly at the drink.
She
No.
pulls the glass a bit closer to herself as you look interested at it.
Fair.
And she says, "Okay, where and for what purpose?"
Scribble.
Flotsam just looks over at Xencarn with a raised eyebrow.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm almost done.
"I very much wouldn't mind if you told me." So the mayor is taking the guards but why? Why spend so much time away? And tell no pony here?
'Cause he's hoarding resources there.
What kind of resources are we talking here?
I actually forget. What kind of resources were they?
It was a Ministry of Peace bunker, so...
Medicine, ammo, food, and just some other general supplies.
You're kidding. So it's not just the mayor, but it's some of the guards as well are in on this?
Basically, any pony who's fit enough to defend the town gets access to extra resources.
But why make it so exclusive? If he's sitting on these resources, why not? Oh. She grimaces as she kind of takes a guess mentally. There's not enough for every pony in town, is there?
Nope.
Of course.
Plus, he seems kind of paranoid.
Yeah, slow cooker's kind of like that. Facade raises a hoof and says, "Would you like me to judge him?" And Bottlebreaker looks at her rather confused.
God, no.
Facade.
Would you find it agreeable, Facade says, if the demon of the dust storms, happened across him and something happens? That is just the innocent question I meant to ask.
Flotsam just rubs her temples with her forehoofs. Facade, no.
Facade, yes.
Bottlebreaker looks between her and you guys and says, "You made friends with her?"
Yep.
"Okay, sure, why not? If a zebra can raise the dead, apparently they can make friends with a legend, sure. No, I'd much rather he actually answer for this and for the truth to come out. Even if it's technically not enough, I think he should at least share what we've got. Maybe we can trade it for more or something. This whole hoarding. And what, leaving the rest of us to die out? What kind of parent?
Most of the, at least one of the guards I talked to wasn't particularly fond of the plan, so I assume there's more.
I'll have to ask around. See if maybe a few of them that have been left behind on guard duty here might also be kind of ornery about it.
He doesn't sound like a very good mayor. I always thought mayors were supposed to look after everyone else in the town.
Well, sometimes leaders get these bad ideas in their head, and they start thinking, well, hey, maybe this is serving the greater good somehow, if, you leave some out to dry.
I think you'd make a better mayor.
I probably would. I just... didn't work out so well the last time, is the problem.
The last time?
I led a different group once. It didn't turn out well, that's all I'm gonna say about it.
Okay.
I'd probably do... Well... Yeah, the thing is, that problem's still a major one, but at that point, I'm involving you in politics that you probably are tired of. So, she pulls up a bag of... that seems to be full of the right amount, 400 caps, and pushes it across the counter. You have delivered pretty much everything I needed, so full payment.
Thank you.
Flotsam's ears.
With Flotsam.
Yep. Yeah, Flotsam's ears twitch, and she looks excitedly at the money.
5 Flotsam, the rest for me.
Yeah, and as far as I'm concerned, if you pass through and you need a place to stop for the night, you can have the beds for free, as far as I'm concerned.
Yay!
I'll even kick out any pony if we're full.
No, don't do that. That's kind of mean.
Just saying, I want to pay you back somehow.
You gave us caps.
Yeah, I gave you quite a few caps, actually.
Is the messenger job still open?
Yeah, that still is, but I don't know if I'm... I was willing to give out 400 caps. I'm not sure if I can really spare all 500 caps, is the thing.
We're going to Dodge Junction anyway.
Can I just ask, since you've been helpful up to this point, can I just ask you as a favor to just see if you can find something?
Yeah. No, of course we can do that.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, because 400 was a lot to offer for this, but I was desperate. But I would have taken any help at that point, but yeah, I don't know if I should really save the rest of my caps. Sorry.
Flotsam nods.
At any rate, thank you very much, and nice to meet you. And Night Stalker looks very dramatically from side to side and says, "Oh, just facade." And Bottle Breaker goes, "Uh-huh, sure."
What time of day is it?
By this point, it is now sort of the late afternoon. Traveling to the bunker and back with all those detours took up kind of a good half the day.
Flotsam pulls out the map that Ravi made for her. How long will it take us to get to Judge Junction from here?
Probably get there before midnight, probably. So the sun would set, and yeah, it'd probably be kind of late-ish into the night.
She kind of pushes the map over towards Xencarn. Do you think we should make a push for Dodge Junction today? We'll probably get there in the night time.
I'm happy to, if you two are.
I'd like to get there sooner so we have a better chance of finding out what happened to the scout.
Makes sense.
Assad nods and says, "Yes, some adventures in Dodge Junction, a nice big populated town, sounds perfect."
And Bottle Breaker, will you be okay figuring out the stuff with the mayor?
Oh, you leave that to me. I'll figure out something.
Good.
One way or another, we're going to figure out Greenfield's future. Thank you very much for your help.
No, well, thank you.
And she downs the rest of her drink, lets out a sigh, and puts the bottle back under the counter. Well, that's that. You might want to get going if you want to make sure you've got as much daylight as possible.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I'm ready when you guys are. Flotsam gets up.
Yep, I'm ready.
As am I, Facade says. She gets up. Thank you very much, humble innkeeper, for all of your assistance. Glad we could help. And Bottlebreaker just gives her a kind of miffed look, saying, "Don't talk to me like that." Talk to you like what? I'm just...
She
Flotsam
does that, you'll get used to it.
She just kind of lowers her voice and says, "She's not used to being around ponies. She's still learning."
Oh, best of luck with everything. Bottlebreaker kind of nudges her head towards towards Facade, not so subtly. And with that, I guess you're off. Leaving Greenfield to its own problems for now.
Mm-hmm.
And traveling, probably easiest way to follow along to Dodge Junction would be to head north to the old train tracks and follow those east to the junction.
Yes.
Not that there's really many trains going by these days, obviously. And if they are, they're usually pony-pulled. But, yeah, and I think with that, that will be tonight's session.
Okie dokie.
Alright, that was fun.
Cool stuff.
And we got more Night Stalker, which is always good.
Yeah, that's gonna continue to be a thing.
It's gonna be the best thing. The best possible thing.
Night Stalker brings out her holotape recorder, which seems to still be running right now, and says, "Would you two like to give some kind of closer to this episode?"
Sure. Flotsam, do you want to start, or do you want me to?
These have been the adventures of the Night Stalker and friends.
Join us next week as we go traveling to look for a missing scout.
No. I'm not big on Night Stalker and friends. It doesn't have the right. She pauses the holotape recorder and says, I'm not big on that name. Doesn't, like, there's not, if there were more of us, there'd be more friends. That would probably work a little better, but even then, What about the dynamic duo?
But there's 3 of us.
Well, it's the Night Stalker and the necromancer, and then there's our sidekick Flotsam.
Well, it seems kind of unfair to not have Flotsam in the title.
I figured that Xencarn and I were the dynamic duo, and you're the Night Stalker.
Night Stalker and the dynamic duo. I can see that working. All right. She presses record on the recorder again.
This has been the adventures of the Night Stalker and the dynamic duo.
Join us next week when we go looking for Greenfield's missing scout, hopefully attempt to make Dodge Junction help, and hopefully get rid of a really annoying mayor.